Hey, I'm Kylie Herman from Theater 110. Here's my ticket stub from the show. So I will be talking about slash summarizing Spamalot, which is basically like the musical version of Monty Python's Holy Grail. Um, it's set in England in 932 AD. Um, yeah, and basically it's King Arthur and his servant Patsy. They're like riding around England trying to find and like recruit guys for their round table, and they're like failing miserably. They have not found one single guy. And one of the guys that they tried to find or tried to like recruit basically was the Black Knight, and they couldn't get him, nor could they get anybody else. and and like while he's like going around like looking for people, he comes across this guy. What is his name? Something Galahad, Dennis Galahad, and his mom. Um, they they're basically like not convinced that he's a king. Like there's no way in hell. And yeah, they're like, because Arthur's trying to recruit Dennis basically now, like just looking for good, and able guys to join his round table. But after they're like, no, you're not a king and all that. There's the Lady of the Lake who comes and basically like convinces them like, no, he's king. And yeah, so after that happens, like King Arthur, now that he's known to be King Arthur, people are more willing to help out. So he actually ends up getting a group of guys. There were some guys that were enlisted or who were gonna like enlist into the army, which were Sir Robin, the not quite so brave Sir Lancelot, or something like that. I can't remember. Sorry. And then Sir Lancelot the Brave. And so they like basically decided to enlist in the army, but then, and they're from a village where like there was like basically everybody was dead. But King Arthur ends up getting like Dennis and the Sir Lancelot Brave and the not quite so brave one. they end up following him basically, and there's some other guys too. I'm blanking on their names right now, but so they after he gets his group together, King Arthur receives a message from God basically saying like that he has, or a quest from God, that he has to go find the Holy Grail. And so after that they're like looking around for the Holy Grail, and they come across Camelot, which is like basically they got pretty distracted and just partying up in Camelot. and after that, while they're there, like the Lady of the Lake is like, no, like you guys need to keep going, like stay on your path and find the Holy Grail. So then they're like, King Arthur's like, okay, like I'll get my stuff together, let's go, let's find this thing. And so they're like, after they get back on track, they come across this like French gang of guys, and they basically just like scare him off, like, and so they like end up getting like defeated by them, basically the round table, or the knights, and then like the French gang guys. So yeah, they end up getting scared into this dark forest, and there's yeah, they kind of get they're like scattered all over, separated, and some of them, they come across the knights who say "nigh," and they're supposed to be like the scariest group guys during that time, and like there's some other guys that are like making their way through the forest, and like they find Arthur, and like in order to like get past the knights who say "nigh," like they have to do like a sacrifice or something like that, like, and it has to do, there's like a musical number and stuff like that that follows, but like during that part, but yeah, let's see, oh, there's a prince who is in a tower, and he gets rescued by Sir Lancelot, and like I guess the reason why he like wanted to get rescued is because his dad or something like that like doesn't like music, and it's the king. I think his dad is the king of Swamp Castle, and he yeah. So he gets rescued, and then basically like after that, King Arthur is like unable to find the Holy Grail, basically, and it's kind of like the summary of the play. It ends in like a big Broadway wedding type thing, and it's like the end of the play. So yeah, I hope that was good enough summary. Yeah. Okay. Thanks again for letting me turn this in late. Good night.